Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
And thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Paula Dagnan. Hazleton City Council held their meeting last night at City Hall, where the Director of Administration position was officially filled. WYLN's Julia Wiegand has more.
A unanimous decision appointed Daniel Lynch last night as Director of Administration for the City of Hazleton. Lynch will begin working for the city next week and fill a position that hasn't been occupied by a full-time employee since Tom Pribula resigned in January. The Mahanoy City Borough Manager and Barnesville resident was a top candidate of Mayor Jeff Cassett and will receive a $72,000 starting salary. Hazleton has a budget and population that's about 6 times the size of Mahanoy City.
He said right out he's willing to work with council. Press for resume, he seems like a good addition to us, and I wish him luck. And I think he comes from, although a smaller community, a community that is in Distress City Act 47. So he's coming from, although smaller, from some place that has similar problems to us, and he said that to us. So, it was a unanimous vote there to confirm him, and I wish him well. I think he'll do a great job.
Lynch was selected over more than 30 people that responded to 2 advertisements for administrative positions, but financial constraints limited the city to being able to only fill 1. Approving the name rights and maintenance agreement between the City of Hazleton and the Greater Hazleton Area Community Area New Development Organization Incorporated and Can Do Community was passed, but Can Do hasn't selected a name yet.
So Can Do stepped up and they said they would donate the $50,000 to complete the park, but along with that came maintenance for 50 years. So which means they're going to keep it, they're going to cut the grass, they're going to shovel the snow, anything needs to be done, they're going to do it. You see some people said about naming it, Can Do was more open to it. The bottom line is they gave the money and they agreed to the maintenance thing for 50 years, which is a savings to the city. So along with that $50,000 does come maintenance, everything, and hopefully beautify our downtown, get more businesses down there.
Hazleton City Council meeting for April 11th has been canceled. They will meet again April 25th at 6 p.m. in City Hall. Reporting from Hazleton for WYLN News, I'm Julia Wiegand.
The Hazleton City Authority Board of Directors is still missing a person, and following Wednesday night's Hazleton Council meeting, they are still 1 short. At Council's meeting, a resolution was on the agenda to appoint 1 person to the board, but it was tabled. Most times these appointments are done in January and February, so why is this taking so long?
Now, I only put 1 on, which was an uncontested seat, a 5-year term. That was uncontested, that we got to put on anyway. There's only 4 members up there. As you know, there with the second seat, it was that, Council put 1 on, the previous council. It was filed by the lawyer that it was a lame duck appointment, right? So I also got an email from the authority that obviously they thought it was okay. And no, I'm on council, so our lawyer said it was a lame duck appointment. The reason I kept it off was because I did check with lawyers. I checked with our lawyer. Now, to pursue it, we're going to go, because there's going to be a fight over it. We have to go to court. It could be a lengthy court case, and it could cost thousands of dollars. And I checked once again, regardless of who wins, and even we say we win, it is, regardless of who wins, we pay the lawyer.
Gavio said he can't see spending money on litigation for an appointment to the HCA board.
Our taxpayers would be responsible for legal fees, thousands of dollars. My point was, and it could wind up the term only being less than 2 years after God knows how long.
Right.
We've raised the taxes on our residents. Fines were raised on our residents. I'm sure that they, as well as myself, want to see it go to the repairing of our streets, which are in need of repair, the financial stability of our city, as well as their safety.
Councilmember Jim Perry motioned to table the appointment until all council members are present at the next meeting. It was a packed house Wednesday night as almost 100 residents of Klein Township came out to support a family in their fight to keep the township supervisors from taking their land. One by one, residents and supporters of Joe and Ruth Wargo told Klein Township supervisors they did not support the board's move to take the Calares playground property by eminent domain.
I have to side with the Wargos in this. I think this is very unfair. The property is being seized. I know we need a playground in this town, but taking it like this is, for all they've done to this township since I've known them, it's a little unfair, I think.
You ruined something that is had special, these people. And I hope you think about that, really.
And I am totally against this.
And I think it's really a shame that you guys would come up with this scheme just to get grant money released because you don't own the property. It's just a shame. You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
After hearing from the residents of the township, the board rescinded the motion to take the property by eminent domain and will look at other options.
I couldn't appreciate the people standing behind what's right and standing behind us and helping us on this matter any more than I couldn't believe it. The turnout, the people, the friends that we have, people that are customers. I mean, I've known most of these people all my life.
Following the meeting, Joe Wargo said he will still allow the kids to use the playground and is willing to help the township, saying he doesn't hold any grudges.
I lived in this township 68 years. I mean, I've never lived anywhere else, and I don't hold a grudge against anyone. And I would help any way I possibly could. I mean, I would help the township. I don't hold any grudges or any hard feelings. But I just think I was amazed at the people that showed up and the support that we got. I was overwhelmed.
The board will hold their regular board meeting on Monday night. It's unclear if any discussions of the playground will be brought up. 2 men accused of opening fire in a home in Wilkes-Barre will stand trial. Police say 23-year-old Robert Rodriguez of Plymouth and 20-year-old Isaiah Glizzy Jenkins of Wilkes-Barre are charged with 1 count each of criminal homicide, attempted murder, and conspiracy to commit murder. Following a preliminary hearing, a district judge forwarded all charges to county court. Officials say Rodriguez and Jennings entered a home on Hudson Street in Wilkes-Barre February 7th and opened fire, fatally shooting Trevor Oliver in the head multiple times. Oliver's girlfriend, Ingrid Vanessa Batista, was also shot in the head, breast, and wrist, but survived, according to prosecutors. Batista identified Rodriguez as the shooter. Both men are being held without bail at the Luzerne County Correctional Facility, pending trial. A Hazleton man was arraigned today on charges that he allegedly had inappropriate sexual contact with minors. According to police, 19-year-old Omar Anzani is accused of exchanging explicit photos on Snapchat with 2 girls, one 12, the other 13 years of age. A third victim told police that Anziani came to her home where he performed a lewd act on her, fearing that she had no choice. He was charged with child pornography, criminal use of a communication facility, corruption of minors, among other charges. He was taken to Luzerne County Prison for lack of $50,000 bail for the first 2 cases and $100,000 bail for the third case. The daughter of a father who was accused of attempted murder testified in a Schuylkill County courtroom yesterday. Kenneth Boyer was charged with attempted homicide after he allegedly shot Alexander Rosario in the face and chest at a Port Carbon home in August 2017. Rosario's girlfriend, Kristen Boyer, who shared the home with her father, Kenneth Rosario, testified that she did not see any gun before hearing it fired while the 2 men were arguing. A state police trooper testified Wednesday about evidence found at the scene. Kenneth Boyer is also facing charges of possessing an instrument of crime, simple assault, and recklessly endangering another person. Boyer's trial continued today. A former Gilbertson police chief, who is no stranger to the spotlight, was found guilty yesterday for making false statements on an application to purchase a weapon. 48-year-old Mark Kessler of Frackville made national news in 2013 after posting YouTube videos of him firing automatic weapons while using profanity. He was suspended from the Gilbertson Police Department and retired in 2014. State police at Frackville alleged that Kessler made a false statement on an application when he tried to buy a gun at Dunham Sports in the Schuylkill Mall in May of 2016. After an hour of deliberations, a jury found him guilty. He remains free on $10,000 unsecured bail. He's scheduled to be sentenced May 17th. After concerns from the public, the borough of Tamaqua will be accepting applications for a new full-time police chief. People came out to Tuesday's council meeting because the borough was considering only hiring a part-time chief, which would include a 29-hour work week. Former police chief Rick Weaver retired in February. Since then, Corporal Dwayne Hacker has been officer in charge of the department. The audience disagreed with council's motion for the part-time position. After much public comment, Councilman Brian Connolly decided to rescind the motion. Council will now review the requirements for the full-time chief of police position and begin advertising for it. Coming up on WYLN News, how redistricting will impact the local vote, plus the governor continuing the war on drugs. But first, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. For tonight, partly cloudy, yes, maybe some snow showers, the overnight low 25. Snow will taper off early tomorrow, could have an inch, then cloudy skies with a high of 49, maybe some rain, cloudy and a high of 36 for Saturday. We will be right back.
Meet slumlord Scott Wagner, sued for renting apartments with termites, no heat, and leaking water. Sleazy bail bondsman Wagner released a child predator from jail who abused again. Toxic Wagner was cited 20 times breaking environmental laws, including water pollution. Greedy Wagner sued an 84-year-old woman who didn't want his garbage service. Deadbeat Dad Wagner hauled into court in order to pay $800,000 in back alimony and child support. And coming soon, Violent Wagner.
You just assaulted me.
Are you in good hands? Call Gary McNeilis of Allstate Insurance for all your insurance needs. The McNeilis Agency has 2 locations to conveniently serve you, 1092 North Church Street in Hazel Township and Hometown Village Square in Hometown. Their quality, service-oriented agency will make sure you get the coverage you need at a price you can afford. Call in Hazel Township at 570-454-1981 or in Hometown at 570-668-5133.
Are you in good hands?
Pull it.
There are lots of things you can pull, but what's the most fun? Pulling parts at Harry's You Pull It, the world's largest auto salvage yard. Pull it. Pull it. Come visit any of their 3 convenient Harry's You Pull It locations: Hazleton, Allentown, Pennsburg, and Pull It.
The director of the Luzerne County Election Department says they're having some problems with the new redistricted congressional maps. Director Marissa Crispell said the recent redistricting of boundaries has the Hazel Township District 1 split between 2 congressional districts under the new map, half in the 8th, the rest in the 9th. Crispell said county election workers continue to work to determine which residents of that voting district reside in which district. Sometimes conflicting information from several sources, including census records and county GIS mapping, confuses that issue. Governor Tom Wolf announced the renewal and progress of the opioid disaster declaration yesterday. WYLN's Julia Wiegand has details.
And I want to say, while we've made progress on a number of fronts during the first 90 days of the disaster declaration, we know that we still have more work to do to stem the tide of this public health crisis. We are going to
Tom Wolf announced the renewal of his 90-day opioid disaster declaration, which was introduced in January and set to expire on April 10th. The renewal allows for the 13 legislatives introduced in the past 90 days to continue without interruption and for the introduction of new initiatives to help those suffering from opioid use disorder, or OUD.
We are going to continue to use this declaration to further our all-hands-on-deck approach to creating a collaborative, multi-front effort to stop this scourge in its tracks. And all of us know that this has hit our Commonwealth really hard. According to the Centers for Disease Control, Pennsylvania is actually fourth in the nation, fourth highest in terms of overdose death rate. That's fourth highest in the country. And it pains me to say that according to our latest figures, 5,200 people, 5,200 Pennsylvanians died in 2017 alone. And each and every person who died is a valuable member of a family, one of our communities. Those we lost are from every income bracket, every age, every region, every race, every creed. This health crisis does not discriminate.
January brought the declaration, PEMA to open a command center, the naloxone leave-behind standing order signing, the granting of additional access to the PDMP program, the meeting of the Unified Coordination Group, the body scanner demo at Wernersville, the birth certificate form fee waive change, and interactive data on PDMP's website. February waived the face-to-face physician requirement, made NAS a reportable condition, began DDAP's Get Help Now media campaign, and waived annual licensing requirements. March brought Governor Wolf's announcement on Medicaid prior to authorization waiver on MATS, the launch of PA's Overdose Information Network, or ODIN, the reveal of the opioid data dashboard, the final order on fentanyl derivatives as Schedule I drugs, the kickoff of DDAP's Get Help Now helpline public awareness campaign, and the announcement for the public-private partnership for Opioid Dashboard 2.0. The second 90-day opioid disaster declaration will officially happen April 9th. Reporting for WYLN News, I'm Julia Wiegand.
And also, Governor Tom Wolf's administration says the Democrat is backing a package of forthcoming legislation to improve protections in Pennsylvania against workplace sexual harassment and discrimination. The governor's announcement today comes amid revelations of misconduct allegations against several lawmakers and payments to settle sexual misconduct claims over the past decade. The proposals include bills to help victims and whistleblowers and to extend anti-discrimination laws and training to all workplaces. Coming up on Hazleton's News Choice, it's a big First Friday in Hazleton. Details in Community and You, plus the date for the next community-wide Crime Watch meeting. But first, let's take a look at today's winning midday lottery numbers. Good luck if you played. Stay with us.
Physical Therapy and Balance Centers. It's spelled different because we are different. Physical is unlike any therapy center you've been to before. If you're tired of living in pain, if you want to move better, overcome an injury or balance disorder, or you just want to improve your strength and conditioning, our highly skilled team of medical experts will help you get back to living the life you enjoy. New mentality, new body, new life. Get physical.
Berger Family Dealership, soon to be the Blaze Alexander Family Dealerships of Hazleton. The finalization of the sale of the dealership is getting closer every day. There's only one thing stalling the process, and that's the inventory. It all must go. Every new and pre-owned car, truck, sport utility, and van must be liquidated or sold off at auction. Please don't miss this opportunity to purchase at well below normal pricing guidelines. We're so confident that we won't be undersold, we're going to double our $1,000 low price guarantee. This has never before been offered and will expire at the end of business on March 31st.
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.
Well, welcome to Community and You here on Wyln. Everyone, I'm Gary Pern. I'm very pleased to have with me Krista Snyder, the Executive Director of the Downtown Hazleton Alliance for Progress. And we are kicking off First Friday, April, in conjunction with the 8th annual, I can't believe this is 8 years already, Art Youth Expo. So a lot going on downtown, not only Friday, but all weekend.
Yeah, it actually starts on Thursday and continues Friday night and then all day pretty much on Saturday.
So there's a lot going on. So let's talk about what we're going to see Friday for First Friday in April and how it's kind of playing into the theme of the Art Youth Expo.
Yeah, the Art Youth Expo, like you mentioned, it's in its 8th year. It kicks off with a opening ceremony at the Art League. That starts at 6. They have exhibits there and some entertainment. And then from there you pick up your map, which is also on our website if you want to download the map and see what the venues are. There's 8 exhibits throughout the downtown, and it's all youth in the community. So anybody under 30 was able to enter artwork. A lot of them are kids. There's exhibits by Emmanuel Christian School, there's exhibits by the Hazleton One Community Center, children, and a whole bunch of other artists just scattered throughout the downtown. So it's an opportunity to kind of get a feel for the talents of the area. There's also other stuff going on though. Hazleton Power is having a networking power hour at Lackawanna College, where one of the exhibits will be, and I think all that, and I think Drum in Motion is also performing. So there's a lot going on at Lackawanna College tonight. That's in their new location. They're having like I said, a power hour and a food truck outside. So there's authentic Mexican food. If you've ever seen that Zapata's food truck off the interstate, so that's going to be downtown. So,
and it's really cool because it's kind of playing into the theme, which we like with First Friday, always have a theme. So this is a very artistic one with that, and there's also some kind of concert events going on as well. Yep,
the Hazleton Area Public Library is featuring a spring concert with a classical musician. That requires reservations, so anybody who wants to attend needs to call and register for that. The Pennsylvania Theater for Performing Arts at the Ferrara Center is also getting involved because art is not just visual, it's also performance art. So they're having kind of an open house, so any kids that are interested in in getting involved in theater, they're welcoming them there. There's going to be some activities for them to do, a craft project and everything like that.
So it's a very busy weekend in downtown Hazleton.
Very busy. In fact, there's some other stuff if you don't mind me.
Go for it, yeah.
So there's also, this is part of AYE, and it was held the last 2 years, very successful. It's called, this year it's called Voices and Virtues. It's inviting youth throughout the community to come, well not just youth, but the people, it's at the Sage Exchange. Anybody who wants to, it's all like an open mic night almost, but it's for poetry, music, and really anything that you want to do as a performance. So that's, everything actually kicks off, I forgot, everything actually kicks off Thursday night. The 5th, which is it opens up at Lackawanna College with a artist panel. There's an international artist, Ibianka Aleo, he's from Nigeria. He's leading the panel with a whole bunch of other local artists, and they're talking about how art can impact the community.
Wonderful, and I know this is always a great time because it is really our first spring. Not that it really looks like spring out there, I know, but this is really what kind of kicks us off for a lot of the outdoor activities with Art Youth Expo. And this is kind of playing really great because right now there's a lot of conversation going on about the new art center, which is going to be opening hopefully soon with the Center City Park. So a lot going on. This is kind of just a perfect combination.
Right. In fact, on Saturday, so Art Youth Expo continues all day Saturday. All the exhibits are still going on Saturday. There's other events, one of which is, and I'm leading this, is a sneak peek preview tour of the new Arts Center. So anybody who is curious about it, wants to see what's going on, learn more about it, from 12 to 2, anybody who wants to stop in, I'll give them a little tour. Learn more about our fundraising campaign and plans for the future there.
I can't wait to see it. We've been talking so much about it. I think it's just like we're like so excited for it.
The media is invited at 11, so if you want to
sneak peek. Sneak peek for it. All right, so there's a lot going on this Friday for First Friday in downtown Hazleton. As Krista said, it really kicks off Thursday night. So if you want more information, you can head to downtownhazleton.org, get all the information there for First Friday, which is really Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday, which plays into Art Youth Expo 8. Thanks so much for joining us here on Community and You, everyone. We'll see you next time here on Wyln.
Northeast Pennsylvania. Scenic beauty, close-knit communities. We're neighbors helping neighbors. Lehigh Valley Health Network is bringing you leading-edge cancer treatment that's close to home. Robotic surgery for quicker recoveries. World-class heart care and access to top specialists. All from Lehigh Valley Hospital Hazleton and our 15 community locations. Neighbors caring for Greater Hazleton and beyond. Lehigh Valley Health Network.
Independent Life Home Care is a licensed non-medical in-home care agency in Mountaintop covering all of Luzerne and Carbon counties. Independent Life offers caring, dependable quality care with RN, LPN, home health aid, and companion services. They accept Medicaid waiver programs, veterans benefits, long-term care insurance, and private pay. For a free assessment, call 570-904-8822. Caregivers are also welcome to apply to join our growing team. Wherever you choose to be, choose Independent Life to be with you.
For creative cuisine and handcrafted cocktails, visit Four Blooms in Drums.
Stripes and Strikes, Hazleton's official sports store, and more. Visit for all your baseball and team uniforms, including custom screen printing and embroidery. Find them on Facebook and visit them at Route 309 across from Genetti's, or the second location at Hazleton Area Recreation Programs facility in the Hazleton Heights. Good luck, Cougars, on their quest for state champions.
Luzerne County District Attorney Stephanie Salavantis announcing the date for the annual county-wide Crime Watch meeting. All Crime Watch groups are invited to attend the meeting Tuesday, April 10th, 6 p.m. in the jury room on the second floor of the Luzerne County Courthouse. There will be representatives from the Pennsylvania State Police, Sheriff's Office, Drug Task Force, and Luzerne County 911. Members of the public who would like to join or begin a Crime Watch group in their neighborhood are also encouraged to attend. That meeting being held in conjunction with the National Government Month, focusing on safe and secure communities. Stay with us. A look at today's weather is next here on WYLN News.
At the Joyce Insurance Group, we offer insurance tailored to your needs. We protect what matters most to you.
We've been serving the needs of thousands of clients throughout Northeast Pennsylvania since 1955.
Our professional agents are dedicated to providing you with a great insurance experience.
With 62 years in business, our clients are the reason that we care the most.
Ask any of our 5,000 plus satisfied customers, and they'll tell you the right choice is Joyce.
You've seen university advertising. A student like me pitching you the same old ideas. But I'm not gonna do that.
Instead, I'm gonna tell you what you can do with a Penn State degree. You can help anyone. Go anywhere. Create! And with 20 campuses to choose from, you'll always feel at home.
Look, Penn State is amazing, but your best years are just beginning. Come find out for yourself.